Hi, this is Steve Rowe, Executive Director. Today is Wednesday, March 16th. As I record this, it will be uploaded to you tomorrow, March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It seems like things are continuing to trend in the right direction for us. When I checked the CDC site this morning, it said that Johnson County has had 94 new positive cases over the last 7-day period, and that was from March 8th through March 14th. That's about 13 new cases per day, and the numbers were down 42% from what they were a week ago, or the previous 7-day period. 2 months ago, to put that 13 number in perspective, 2 months ago we were at about 450 new cases per day, so this absolutely feels better. Personally, and it's like I want to be very clear, this is just my personal opinion. I am not a doctor. I am not qualified to share this with you, but personally, I am just very cautiously optimistic that we've turned the corner with the most recent Omicron variant. It just seems like people didn't get as sick. Hospitalizations are down. The numbers of positive cases are coming down finally. So it's like even though we had a lot of positive cases, people weren't getting as sick. So hopefully that's the beginning of this stupid virus morphing into something that is more manageable for us. We've been dealing with the flu virus for as long as I've been alive, and probably at least for the last 100 years. And every year the scientists come up with a flu vaccine based on the predicted strain of the flu virus for the coming year. I'm hopeful that we're getting close to that stage with the virus that causes COVID. So only time will tell, but I am cautiously optimistic. Here at Oaknall, it's been more than a month now since we've had any positive cases with our employees. So because of that, we have not needed to test employees or residents. And we've just had some potential exposures, but nothing that has actually turned into a positive case. I do encourage you to please continue to be cautious when you're out in the community. Personally, when I go into a restaurant, I wear a mask until I'm up at the table and starting to eat and drink. And I will certainly wear a mask when I go to the arena on Friday afternoon for the women's basketball game. That will hopefully be a very large crowd, and it's like I will feel much more comfortable with a mask on than without. For our basketball fans, this has been an absolutely fantastic week with the women winning the Big Ten tournament about a week ago. And it's like because of that, they get to host the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament coming up this weekend. And then it's like this past Sunday, the men followed that up with their own victory in the Big Ten tournament. So for our basketball fans out there, it's certainly been some exciting times, and hopefully we will be able to continue to talk about basketball for at least another week or so with teams alive in the tournaments. It's very good to see some of you returning to the dining rooms again. Everyone in dining services has been working very, very hard to try to get our new normal up and running for the different venues that we have across Oaknall. The hours of each of the different venues are on the back of your weekly memo. So if you do nothing else with the weekly memo, you might want to at least rip off that back page so that you've got kind of the schedule of dining venues for the week, what's open when. Last thing that I want to talk about is our administrator, Kim Bergen-Jackson, participated in a webinar yesterday, and she sent me some of the information that she learned from that webinar. And this came from a study of the General Accounting Office. They had reviewed 13,380 nursing homes across the entire country, and only 64 of them, which is less than 0.5%, had no COVID outbreaks through the last 2 years. We are in that very, very select group of less than 0.5% of nursing homes across the country. Nearly 10,000 of those 13,380 nursing homes had at least 3 separate outbreaks over the past couple of years. 2 in 5 Medicare beneficiaries had tested positive for COVID sometime during the last 2 years. So 40% of our population, Medicare population, tested positive. And when they compared April of 2020 compared to, which was very early on in the pandemic, compared to April of 2019, so the year before the pandemic, there were more than 1,000 additional deaths per day in April of 2020 compared to April of 2019 among Medicare beneficiaries. So the impact of COVID across the country, as we all know, has just been devastating. Lots of people very, very sick, lots of people who died, and it's like we continue to feel very fortunate that we were able to avoid all of that tragedy here at Oak Knoll. I want to again thank Kim and our nursing leadership for all of the hard work that they've done over the past couple of years to try to keep us safe. And I again want to thank each of you for making good, responsible decisions for yourself and keeping yourself and your neighbors safe through the last couple of years. Hopefully, as I mentioned earlier, hopefully we were on the edge of this not becoming a daily topic of conversation anymore. But until we get there, we'll continue to provide you updates as we have been. Hope that you're all doing well, and go Hawks.